Okay, fellow babies, welcome back to Pachter Factor on SIFTD.net. I'm Michael Pachter. I'm happy that you're watching this. I hope it's real time as a Patreon patron, and thank you if you are. If you are a YouTube subscriber, you're also getting this real time. So again, thank you for your patronage there. If you have an Amazon Prime account, please remember to link it to your Twitch Prime account. The instructions are in the show description below. And if you're doing none of those things, then please try to follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter even if you are a Patreon patron, at Michael Pachter. Let's get to today's question. Our question today comes from Sifted from Toast9. Recently, future content for several games as a service has been canceled, including Back 4 Blood, Rumbleverse, Knockout City, and Apex Mobile. Ubisoft's revenue is down after games as a service failures like Hyperscape and X Defiant. Meanwhile, WB's Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad appear to have had their games as a service elements removed at the last minute. Is the games as a service era over? Why are players rejecting them? What's the magic formula of making them a success? Wow, that's a really big question. Good question. So the answer is that you call it games as a service, and I know that is the right term of art. In order for those games to work, they have to be free to play, and in order for them to remain successful, the economy in the free to play ecosystem has to be balanced. And so the real trick to all these games is giving people enough to do that they come back every day. And once they engage that player and keep them coming back, presenting them with the opportunity to buy something or earn it, and making the trade-off between buying it and earning it close. So I'll give you an example, and I'm just making this up, but if I look at an item in a game and I say, oh, that costs $2, or it will take me 2 days to earn it, I'll buy it, because I don't want to waste 2 days of my time for $2. If it's $2 or 10 minutes to earn it, I'll earn it. And I make way more than $12 an hour. But I'm playing the game for fun, and part of the challenge of the game is earning stuff. So I'll earn it just because I'm willing to spend 10 minutes on a game if that's what it takes to earn it. And, so as an example, the game I've spent the most money on in my life is Empires and Puzzles. I never buy food, ever. I have figured out, because the game is really well balanced, I figured out the way to stockpile food, and I've stockpiled like 20 or 30 or 50 million units of food. And, you earn about 1 or 2 million a day, and I've stockpiled 50 million, so I've stockpiled a month's worth of food. And if I get low, then I just stockpile some more food, and I figured out how to do that. So I will never buy food again. And I don't need to have anything so quick that I'm not willing to wait a week and just rebuild all my food, replenish all my food. But will I pay for new heroes? Yeah, I'll buy loot boxes and hope to get new heroes. I did 70 draws today and didn't get anything good. Unbelievable. For the equivalent of probably $70 or $80. Yeah, more, probably $100. So just sometimes the game is frustrating. But the point is, balance the economy so that the players feel like it's worth it, and those games thrive. And the most successful games, and if you play free to play, you know this, are the ones where it's fun and you keep coming back. Games like Apex are really interesting because they don't really charge you for anything except like cosmetic things. But the stuff you buy, you customize your character, you feel good, you love showing off, on your flair. And Apex Mobile didn't work, I think, because it wasn't better than Apex. And it was different from Apex. So same game, but it didn't allow you to interact with Apex. Now, the right way, so if you take an existing brand like a Fortnite and you add Fortnite Mobile, it's fully integrated into Fortnite, so it doesn't matter. So if you're playing on a PC and I'm playing on an Xbox and Shane's playing on mobile, we can all be on the same squad and we can all be doing the same thing in Fortnite. But if you're, or Apex, use Apex, but if you're playing Apex that way, you can be on the same squad too. And it doesn't work like that with Apex Mobile. Apex works PC and console, not mobile. Fortnite is fully synchronous gameplay on mobile. Now, Call of Duty isn't. So Call of Duty Warzone Mobile and Premium are 3 different games, but they've kind of brilliantly integrated the 3. So there are things that you can earn in each that will show up in the other. So you can have a weapon that you unlock, let's say in Call of Duty, the $60 game or $70 game, and it'll be available in Warzone. And people will go, where'd you get that rifle? Oh, I'm level 50, in Call of Duty Premium, and I earned it. I unlocked it. So that's clever because it gets people to want to then go play the premium game. And Activision's seen a huge lift in sales of the $60, $70 game because of Warzone and because of mobile. I think ultimately everybody's going to aspire to be all synchronous all the time. Zynga's got a game, Take-Two, called Star Wars Hunters that is going to be synchronous mobile and Switch. And who knows if it'll be good, but it'll be synchronous. We'll see. So I think that's probably the most successful experience. EA is reimagining FIFA Mobile, and they're going to try to make sure that if you unlock stuff, especially players, that they're available, in your other game versions. So that's the trick, is making the experience fun. Now, it's a standalone experience like Back 4 Blood or Knockout City. I don't know what it takes to keep those games fun. I'm not sure those games are the kind of accomplishment-driven game that's going to keep you wanting to, spend money. Cosmetic stuff has always baffled me because it works. It works in Fortnite for sure, and it works in League of Legends for sure. The trick in Fortnite was the variety of skins and the uniqueness of skins. So there are, I'm sure now, thousands and thousands of different skins, but they're mostly limited edition. So you'll see an OG in the original pink leopard skin, and you can't find that anymore. You can't buy it anymore. Like, they keep changing it up, and people, it's like, like you don't want to wear Air Jordans from 2011. You want the ones from 2023. So they keep it fresh. Again, I'm kind of baffled why people spend money in that game, but they do. And as with Fortnite, it's like gliders and backpacks and pickaxes, and they have, there's just other stuff you can customize, and even things like branded jerseys, like Tom Brady jersey, or or a skin of an athlete. I think they have a John Cena skin or something, but they keep it fresh, and it makes it fun for people to play. So I think that there's a bunch of different ways to do it, and I would say the games you mentioned didn't innovate enough to keep players engaged. And if you look at Apex Mobile, the charting on that game, it went from literally like number 100 to number 200 to number 300 to number 400 each successive month after it launched. And that number 400 means it's barely grossing anything at all. Like, they're hardly selling anything. So they clearly didn't have it right. Apex the game, interestingly, started out like gangbusters when it launched, was at like March of 19 or something. And then it started to fade. And the reason was their season passes weren't frequent enough, and they didn't have enough content, and people weren't buying them. So they accelerated the content drops in the season pass. They gave you more value, and people then started signing up. The games that work, Fortnite, you pay whatever $10 every season for every 10 weeks, and you get $10 worth of V-Bucks. If you do all the assignments, if you hit all the tasks, you earn back more than $10 of V-Bucks. So it's kind of like a no-brainer. You're going to do it because you're going to get back more than what you spent. And what that ends up doing is training people to get in the habit of spending $10. And a lot of people do it. I'd say 30-40 million people spend $10 a season. So these guys make a lot of money, $300-400 million every 10 weeks. That's a lot. So half their revenue probably comes from season pass, and then the people who got trained to spend money spend another $100 a year. So it's pretty easy if you do it right. I think the poster child for doing it right is Fortnite. On desktop, the poster child is probably League of Legends. It's just smart how they've done it, and everybody else is just copying what they do. And the guys who don't copy very well, it's not because they can't figure out the way to get people to spend. It's that they can't keep engagement high, and that's Back 4 Blood. It wasn't interesting enough game to keep people coming back. And I think that answers the question why players are rejecting them. Anyway, if I knew the magic formula, I would not be a games analyst. I'd be a game developer, and I would be getting you to spend your money on SIFTD.net, but I'm not really good at that. Games as a service, it's actually just beginning. I mean, I think we barely scratched the surface of free-to-play games, and I'm sure that there will be other business models for free-to-play games, but the real key is synchronous gameplay. So as technology allows for even greater and greater synchronicity, if you can pick up Fortnite on your phone, on your TV screen, on your console, on your desktop, or your laptop, on the train, on a tablet, and you're playing the same game, you're just more likely to play because you can access that game anywhere. We're not there yet. And the day we get there is the day that you see an explosion in games as a service. I think that the interesting thing that people don't really talk about much is services like Game Pass. What's it cost to put free-to-play games on Game Pass? Nothing, right? So if you're playing Game Pass for $15 a month, why isn't Grand Theft Auto Online on there? It should be, and it will be. Now I get it, because, oh my God, if you can't validate that you own GTA, Take-Two's missing out on a sale. They aren't selling very many copies of GTA, and when they are, they're selling it for nothing. So now that game is going to be 10 years old in September. Now it's time to just put it on Game Pass for free, and you're going to probably get 25 million Game Pass players to look at GTA Online differently than they were looking at it the day before. And if you don't get 5 million incremental players instantly, there's something wrong with Game Pass players. So put that on there, put FIFA Ultimate Team on there, put Apex on there, put Candy Crush on there, put everything on there. And those gamers play games. They'll play whatever's there, and if they see something cool they haven't tried before, they'll try it. So I'm actually looking forward to the Activision deal closing, because I think World of Warcraft on Game Pass will be fun. Thanks for joining us on Pachter Factor on SIFTD.net. If you're a Patreon patron or a YouTube subscriber, we really appreciate it. If you are either of those or neither of those, please remember to link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch Prime account, because we get paid a couple bucks a month for that, and you've got to renew that every month. So if you're watching this, go to the instructions below and link your accounts, please. Costs you nothing, and we'll get paid. Thanks for joining us, and I'll see you next time.